Welcome to the Bookworm Duo, where we explore a variety of books. Let's get started.
Okay, great to be diving in.
Today, we're tackling Peter Mann's novel, World Pacific. It's this really fascinating, intricate story.
Oh, definitely. It just completely blurs that line between historical fact and some pretty wild fiction.
Exactly. So our mission today is to unpack it chronologically. We're talking surprising events, complex characters.
From, a famous adventurer supposedly dying to this whole web of international espionage. It's quite a ride.
Get ready to be informed and, yeah, maybe a little stunned by it all. The sources Mann uses, or seems to use, it's this blend of history and just vivid imagination.
Yeah, it constantly makes you question what's real and what's maybe fabricated. Masterfully done, though.
Okay, so let's jump right in. Late 1939, our main guy, Richard Halifax, celebrated author-adventurer.
Right, and the public story is he's declared legally dead. October 13th, 1939. His Chinese junk, the soup dumpling, lost in a Pacific typhoon. End of story. Just like we thought.
And Halifax, he was quite the figure, wasn't he? Known for these dispatches, Japanese atrocities in the Orient, but behind the scenes.
A bit messier. Tarnished reputation, money troubles. There were even rumors about missing funds meant for the Spanish Republic.
So this big trip, Hong Kong to San Francisco on the soup dumpling, was kind of a comeback attempt, funded by, what was it?
Junior Adventurers Club subscriptions, basically kids sending in money.
Wow. And his last message, radioed near Midway, May 27th, 1939, it's so Halifax.
Totally. Gales, squalls, having whale of a time. Wish you were here instead of me. Just this jaunty sign-off.
For a public hero about to disappear, but almost immediately, Mann flips the script, right? Contrasts this public image with something much, much darker.
Exactly. While the world thinks he's gone, we meet Hildegard Rauch. Around the same time, she finds her brother, Iko, or Hank, in a coma.
Suicide attempt.
Yeah. And she finds his suicide note, described as witty and impeccably typed, which is chilling in itself.
Witty. Wow.
Right. But it expresses this deep despair and, crucially, this strange connection to Halifax.
And meanwhile, Halifax, not so dead.
Not at all. He's alive and secretly sending letters back to his Junior Adventurers Club. Summer of '39. From aboard the wreckage of the soup dumpling.
Talk about harrowing.
And his survival mantra tells you everything. If the brainstem's still glued to the spinal cord, it's not lights out yet. Intense.
So he details the trip, the launch from Hong Kong, taking that southern route around Formosa.
Yeah, trying to dodge Japanese ships, pirates, which delayed his first batch of letters getting out. He mentions the crew, too. Roderick, 4 Dartmouth guys, young Nacho Fu.
And then the typhoon hits, described as a black wall of sea.
And Satan's anus. Man doesn't hold back on the imagery.
But the real shocker, the thing that just grabs you, is the cannibalism.
Oh, absolutely. Halifax describes consuming Roderick's plump beefsteak of Roderick's ticker to survive.
And his justification, the gut will always devour the heart. Chilling.
And it gets weirder. He later talks to Roderick's forgiving figment, like a ghost or hallucination, shows the psychological state he's in.
So it's not just physical survival, it's this profound shift in identity, maybe, pushed to the absolute limit.
Yeah, and you have to ask, does the novel suggest this horror is what allows him to become this master manipulator later, this kind of horrifying rebirth?
That's a really good question. Is it all just performance from then on? Does that make his suffering less real, or his genius for manipulation even more disturbing?
It's ambiguous, I think. But as we move into late 39, early 1940, these tangled webs just keep growing.
Right. Halifax is going through this brutal transformation, let's call it, and the ripples spread. Hildegard back in San Francisco.
Yeah, she's teaching at Mills College, wants to be a painter. Her family history is complex, too. Her father, Theodore Rauch, the famous writer, fled the Nazis.
And she's still deeply troubled by her brother Hank's note.
Definitely. And she goes to this party, has some martinis, maybe a dope-laced cigarette. Her memory gets fuzzy, and she starts feeling like someone's following her.
Paranoia. Or something real.
Well, we find out later. But at the same time, Halifax and the young crew member, Nacho Fu, they escape the wreck.
Only to get captured.
By a Japanese whaler, the Tonin Maru. And the conditions are horrific. Forced labor, neck high in whale guts, constant beatings. Nacho, surprisingly, recognizes naval insignia, realizes the ship is military.
So not just a whaler. And then Halifax goes through this regeneration therapy on Saipan.
Right, under Dr. Haruto Kanemoto, who's actually Kempeitai, Japanese secret police, and Dr. Frank, a German-American Bundist, pro-Nazi.
Okay, so this isn't just recovery. This is reprogramming.
Totally. Mescaline, coconut diet, injections, even new teeth. He becomes Herr Dickey-san.
And they give him a mission.
Retrieve the Norden plans, top secret American bomb site schematics, and Theodore Rauch's diary, which is supposed to be compromising.
And Halifax concocts this incredibly elaborate story for them.
A complete fabrication. Claims Hank, Hildegard's brother, planned to publish the diary. Says he and Roderick microdotted it.
Microdots, like tiny hidden documents.
Yeah. And get this, he claims they added horrible lies about incest and anti-Semitism to the diary to secure funding from the Comintern, the Soviet Communist International, for Hank's journal.
Whoa. So he's framing Hank and his father and adding his own vile lies just to make his story convincing to the Japanese and Germans.
Exactly. And claims they copied the Norden plans, too. He's not just surviving anymore. He's actively creating false realities. A master fabricator is born, or maybe unleashed.
So those diary entries Hildegard finds later, they're tainted from the start.
Largely Halifax's invention, designed to be damaging. And that man following Hildegard.
The FBI.
Yep. Hoover Dicks, as Nadia later calls them, tailing her because she's a foreigner, a refugee, Jewish, daughter of a famous anti-Nazi. All the boxes ticked for suspicion back then. Communist ties suspected too.
Just layers upon layers of surveillance and suspicion.
And then add Simon Faulk into the mix. British intelligence.
Okay, who's he?
He was in Bangkok early '39. Says Halifax swindled him into phony arms deal money that likely funded the soup dumpling.
No way. So Halifax basically ruined this guy's career.
Pretty much. Led to Faulk's disgrace, kicked out of Thailand. Now he's back in San Francisco, obsessed with finding Halifax.
Another person gunning for him. Meanwhile, Hildegard finds the microdots.
On a letter from Halifax and a tailor's receipt, of all things, she gets help from a guy named Walter to magnify them.
And sees these awful diary entries about her father, anti-Semitism, pro-totalitarian stuff, even wishing for sexual congress with his kids.
Horrifying for her. But then she finds out Walter, the guy who helped her, he Soviet military intelligence, and he stole the document.
Oh my God. So Walter was playing her too.
And confirms the diary was mostly Halifax's nasty work. Just deception, echoing deception. It's dizzying.
It really is. Poor Hildegard, caught in the middle, finding out her brother was just a pawn.
Devastating. And Halifax. He makes it back to the U.S. submarine drop-off near Sinson Beach, October '39.
But he's not exactly okay.
It's not. Disoriented, mental breakdown, basically. Hides out at Sally Bent's nude ranch on Treasure Island. An old friend takes him in. He feels like nobody, neither alive nor dead.
Still reeling from the ordeal and maybe from what he's become, but he's back on American soil.
And just as things seem like they can't get more complicated, we head into spring 1940. The Golden Gate International Exposition is about to reopen.
Treasure Island, the perfect stage for all these plots to collide.
Absolutely. Faulk, the vengeful Brit, he's now assigned to surveillance, his target. German consul Fritz Wiedemann.
Hitler's former adjutant, now stuck in San Francisco.
Yeah, third-rate diplomatic post. Wiedemann offers to defect, mentions an agent, codenamed Kokosnuss, a.k.a. Richard Wagner, who arrived by sub.
Faulk must suspect it's Halifax.
He does. And Faulk's really feeling the pressure, using his line therapy, some mental trick to cope. He also finds out Wiedemann's been skimming inheritance funds from dead Germans to buy local papers. More dirt.
Everyone's got secrets,
Yeah.
and Halifax has his own plan brewing.
Oh, yeah. He wants to trap Faulk and Wiedemann. He gets Marie, who is apparently the mistress of both men.
Seriously?
Yep. He gets her to arrange a meeting between them, and he gives her Wiedemann's marked bills to plant on Faulk. But here's a twist Halifax doesn't know.
What?
The bills are counterfeit. A crucial mistake in this game of lies.
Wow. Okay, and Hildegard, she's not just sitting back anymore.
Not a chance. She
What?
knows Halifax altered the diary, knows Walter stole the microdots. Then Nadia Walter's anarchist wife tells her Halifax planned to publish the fake diary with the Comintern in a magazine called Free Masses.
So Nadia suggests Hildegard should.
Get even.
Hmm.
And she decides to. Her brother Hank is recovering now, so she starts drafting fake Norden bomb site plans. A counterplot.
Setting her own trap, while Halifax himself is having a resurgence.
Kind of. He's pulled out of his nobody funk by these two shoeshine boys, Slop and Stinker Sinclair. They remind him who Dickie Halifax is supposed to be.
The public persona.
Exactly. So he starts doing speaking gigs at the Deutsches Haus, playing the hero, but secretly. He's a double agent. Following Faulk, following Wiedemann, discovers their shared mistress, Marie, using his inveterate snoop skills.
So Hildegard is setting her trap for Halifax now.
Using her uncle's fancy letterhead, she sends Halifax fake invites. trophy fittings, stage sound tests, luring him to specific spots on Treasure Island.
To make it look like he's part of a bomb plot?
Precisely. But her goal isn't really violence, it's exposure. She plans to reveal the plot before anyone gets hurt. It's just a hall of mirrors, everyone manipulating everyone.
With Halifax right in the chaotic center. Okay, so May 1940, Treasure Island. The World's Fair reopens. Big fanfare.
Hawaiian cavalcade, flamenco, sumo wrestlers, Diego Rivera painting his huge Pan-American unity mural. It's a whole scene.
And Halifax is scheduled to speak. Rivera introduces him as
our beloved cucaracha. No matter what happens, he survives. Which is eerily prophetic, given what happens next.
The explosion, small, but right during the opening ceremonies. And Halifax is injured.
Injured, yes. But the bomb. Halifax later reveals it was an exploding cigar.
A cigar, seriously.
Planted on him by Kanemoto and Frink, his Japanese-German handlers. It was a regeneration loyalty test.
A test by trying to blow up his
wiener and ballsack, as the book graphically puts it, which Halifax claims was 20 years useless anyway. He even gets a new ornamental one made later from rump flesh and back skin.
That is truly grotesque and bizarre. Man really goes there.
He really does. But Halifax, ever the opportunist, uses this bizarre incident, spins a story for Special Agent Hader.
And points the finger at Faulk.
Bingo. Accuses Faulk of being a Nazi spy. Produces doctored photos of Faulk with Wiedemann and Marie and a supposed love nest in Reno, violating the Mann Act, transporting women across state lines for immoral purposes.
So the counterfeit bills Halifax accidentally gave Marie.
They end up being found in Faulk's apartment, planted by Halifax, using Wiedemann's actual dirty money he got from Marie. Faulk can't claim diplomatic immunity. He's deported.
Unbelievable. Halifax turns his own potential disaster and even his own mistake with the counterfeit money into Faulk's downfall.
And Faulk realizes too late that the bomb plot, the Norden plans, it was all circumstantial, misinterpreted noise in Halifax's real game.
While Halifax himself, his star rises.
Absolutely. Icon of survival. Recruited by the big boys, Bill Stevenson for the British, Bill Donovan for the Americans, for that new hush-hush outfit forming between the U.S. and U.K., he becomes a global ambassador, a double agent, officially.
And Hildegard, does she get any closure?
She confronts Hank in the hospital. He finally confesses everything. Halifax altering the diary, the lies, the Comintern deal. Halifax taking the real Norden plans. The full, devastating truth.
Just a complete shattering of any remaining illusions about Halifax. Hero, villain, survivor, manipulator. He's all of it.
He creates his own reality, absolutely. Bends the world around him.
And Faulk, just bitter reflect.
Deported, reflecting on the whole grotesque farce. He realizes he was just an unwitting pawn. Still hates Halifax, but admits this weird, lingering sympathy for the damaged, lost boy inside him.
Well, Halifax just thrives.
Embraces the new role. Travels Mexico City, Hawaii, visits Pearl Harbor, takes beautiful snaps, chillingly, even subtly helps arrange Trotsky's assassination by lending keys to Rivera's house near Trotsky's to some dead-eyed Belgian fella.
Good grief, he's just unstoppable and finds a new purpose.
Considers writing for skin mags, crafting sensational narratives. That seems to be his true calling, perhaps.
Wow, what an incredible, dizzying journey through this novel. Deception, self-reinvention, espionage. The sheer audacity of Richard Halifax.
It's astonishing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the web connecting agents, artists, family secrets.
Yeah. This deep dive into World Pacific, it really makes you question everything. Truth, narrative, what we choose to believe.
Definitely. Halifax, with his Halifaxian spirit of storytelling, he just masterfully crafts his own reality, manipulates everyone, thrives in the chaos.
It leaves you thinking, doesn't it?
It really does. Like in a world where stories can be weapons, where survival requires these moral gymnastics, how much of what we see, even in history, is just a carefully constructed performance? And how much is the unvarnished, often brutal truth?
A provocative thought, indeed. A fantastic, if unsettling, read.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us. Subscribe for more bookish adventures and hit that like button if you enjoyed the ride.
Don't forget to share the knowledge, spread the word.